emergency exits, and if we ask you to leave the aeroplane quickly, leave all luggage behind. Once you have found your allocated seat, stand in from the aisle to allow fellow customers to board. Please select flight mode on all your electronic devices in preparation for takeoff. Larger electronic devices like laptops must be switched off and put in your hand luggage, along with any bottles or heavy items. Our pilots will say hello and give you more information about the flight shortly. In the meantime, can we ask you please to take a look at the safety briefing card in the seat pocket in front or to the side of you and familiarise yourself with our safety procedures. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Tenerife. My name is Tony Bird, my pleasure to be your captain on board today's flight. Joining the flight deck is my colleague, Senior First Officer Robin England. Well, thanks for boarding the aircraft at a good time. Apologies, we're running just slightly behind schedule, about 45 minutes. The aircraft went to Harbour this morning, got held up down there with an air traffic control restriction, in addition to a little bit of weather. Hope they did their best to get here. The ground team and crew have done a fantastic job getting the aircraft ready for you to get you away on your holiday. So as soon as I finish talking to you, we'll be talking to air traffic control and starting our engines. Before that,
tablets and e-readers should now be placed into their flight safe mode. Otherwise, they must be switched off for the duration of the flight. If you have any large devices such as laptops, these must be switched off, take off and placed in hand luggage along with any bottles or heavy items. If you have any electronic devices which do become damaged, hot, stripped, or are lost or fallen into the seat structure, then please inform the cabin crew immediately. Do not attempt to move the seat without the assistance of the crew. Electronic devices must always be monitored when they are being charged by power banks or onboard power supplies. Thank you and welcome again.
Oh, you need to get some seats. Yeah, you need to get some seats. Landing and takeoff. Okay. And also the balance of the aircraft. We tail heavy. Yeah, exactly. So we need to we're just there. Yes, please. Yeah.
Must be switched off and put into your hand luggage along with any bottles or heavy items. Our pilots will say hello and give you more information about our flights shortly. In the meantime, can we please ask you to take a look at the safety briefing card in the seat pocket in front of you or to the side of you and familiarise yourself with our safety procedures. Thank you and welcome on board.
in the evening. For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened until the seatbelt signs have been switched off. Now that we left the runway, you can use your handheld electronic devices. Before leaving us today, please check your seat pockets under the seat and in the overhead compartment for any items of lost property that may be left behind. Please don't leave anything on board the aircraft. If you do, it will be handed to our team here in Tenerife, as for security reasons we're not able to return it back to the UK. So please do remember to check your seat pockets under the seat and in the overhead compartment. We don't want anybody to leave anything behind, and there may be a charge to collect your lost property from the airport if you do leave something on board. Do be careful when opening the overhead compartment to ensure that nothing falls out. If you are given additional seatbelts or life vests, please leave these on your seat prior to leaving the aircraft. And once again, for those passengers who have asked for assistance, please remain seated until all passengers in this compartment and crew with them be able to assist. Please do have your passports ready for immigration authorities. And as a reminder, smoking and vaping is still not allowed. Once the aeroplane stops, the cabin crew will take a couple of moments to focus on carrying out our safety duties. We'll then come back to you with further information about which doors will be used to leave the aircraft today. If you're travelling on holiday or a Merida cruise, have a fantastic time. We look forward to seeing you for your return flights in a week or two. Thank you for flying with TUI Airways today, and a very good evening.